And welcome to the Friday Night Pep Rally on Riverside TV. That is Jeff Gorham. My name is Pep Fernandez. Welcome to week number 9. One more to go before we get to the playoffs. And Jeff, it was a very important week number 9 with a lot of games that had massive implications for league titles and, of course, playoff positioning.
What was it called? What did Gazal call it? Playoff?
Heavy HPI, heavy playoff implications, I think it was.
That's too much for me to remember, but it sounds delicious. I can't wait to get into these games.
All right, speaking of heavy playoff implications, in the Big West Lower right now, Murrieta Mesa, they are the team to beat. And we knew that going into this game tonight against King on Riverside TV, that if Murrieta Mesa just won out, then they would just be the, outright Big West Lower champion. But King, coming off that loss to Temecula Valley, if they could find a way to beat the Rams, we would have had a real mess with Great Oak, Temecula Valley, a real mess.
Yeah, they would have been tied at 2-1 going into the final week of the season. But tonight was, I'll tell you what, it was a fun game to watch. I don't know if it was fun for King, but Murrieta Mesa really surprised me. I mean, they're huge, they're young. They went to the Division VI semifinals last year. They started off, a little slow this year, but they played a gauntlet of a schedule. I think their only league or preseason win was against, I think it was Vallejo, up in, or whatever, it was school up there by Magic Mountain. And but they played some tough schedule, and they've done a great job so far in league. And tonight was no exception.
I bet you it was Valencia.
Valencia, that's
was it? I bet you it was.
There it is, Valencia. That was their only, their big win on the preseason. But they played Murrieta Valley. They played just a tough schedule. But they are a really, really formidable team. I think they're going to do big damage for several years.
Yeah, I would definitely file Murrieta Mesa under the teams that are a lot better than what their record might indicate. Just played some really good teams. All right, so it was on Riverside TV tonight. King against Murrieta Mesa. Jeff, do your thing.
Here it is. Trey Gamble going deep. The lefty who's been hurt most of the year goes right over the top to, that would be Celestine. Celestine again catches this, scores the first touchdown of the game. They're up 6-0. Then they go to Cuenca, picked off by Daniel Ritchie. Ritchie had a big game tonight, played a lot of defense, but you'll see later on goes to the offensive side as a big running back, and he scores a touchdown right there to go up 13-0. Then Cuenca tries to go deep once again, but picked off, and that was twice that man, Keon Hendricks, had 2 interceptions. And then there's the interception right before halftime as Riker Galvin, with no time on the clock, interception, goes to the house, and King finally scores, and that was really their only score on offense for the night, or I should say score of the night on defense. Then Cuenca throws it down to, of course, Riker Galvin. Galvin had himself a great night as well. They were the only couple players that kept him in the game. And then, of course, another Keon Hendricks interception where he takes it down into King territory. And, of course, Gamble throws it to Celestine. Celestine goes in for another score. Now, watch this run. Celestine goes 73 yards to the house, being chased by a bunch of wolves. What do you call a wolf pack? But not enough as Celestine goes in for the score, and Murrieta Mesa comes away with a very big win as we got Cuenca trying to go deep. They do have a highlight. This was Brian Robinson. Robinson did score on a 56-yard touchdown. That was the only offensive score as Murrieta Mesa won 28-13 as my friend, the great Jason McMains, went down to defeat. But a fun game to watch as far if you're a Murrieta Mesa fan. They've got a great coach. Remember, their defensive coordinator is Rick Pontius, who was the head coach at Notre Dame High School a couple years ago.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Pontius is down there with Oscar McBride, a very good man.
Oscar McBride is bigger than I am.
Yes, he played at Notre Dame.
Played at Notre Dame for Lou Holtz.
Not Notre Dame High School.
Yes,
the Fighting Irish.
But
yeah.
he's about, I want to say 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah, he's a big
and
dude.
giant. So I was scared to talk to him before the game, so I went over to Coach.
You guys were eye to eye.
We were I was looking up at him. I saw up his nose. No, I got to say hello to Coach Pontius. Coach Coute was one of my dear friends. I didn't get a chance to see him, but Marietta Mesa, I'm telling you, for the next few years, they are going to be the powerhouse in that Marietta Valley region.
All right, so as we kind of take a look at the league championship pictures for a bunch of the local leagues, right, that we cover here routinely on the Friday Night Pep Rally, in the Big West Lower, just know Marietta Mesa controls their own destiny. If they win next week, outright league champion, and it's all said and done. But and I think that's going to happen. If they stub their toe in week number 10, then it could be interesting with a co-championship, but it sure doesn't look like it that way.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Trey Gamble, who missed a lot of the season with a shoulder injury, quarterback, 6'3", about 200 pounds, very, very good passer, good pocket passer. But man, they're going to be so good for the next few years. Can't wait to see what they're going to do.
And right now, for that second spot, I mean, it's a real logjam. King, Temecula Valley, Great Oak. Are they all 2-2? I think.
They're all,
I don't have the league standings in front of me.
In fact, Great Oak, I think King plays Great Oak next week, and that'll be their final game of the season. It's going to be tough. It'd be nice to get second in that conference, but King could possibly get third. They're still going to get an automatic qualifier, and they could do some damage. We saw them do it last year when they made the semis.
All right, Jeff, let's go from the Big West Lower now to the Fun Belt League, as it was dubbed last week by our good friend Gazal.
Yes.
Because the Sun Belt is just so unpredictable. We've had a lot of competitive games, and tonight was no different. I hope you've brushed up on your Hillcrest Trojans.
Of course I have.
Because we don't have the shot sheet for that game.
They're all injured. The whole team last year was injured. The quarterback was out last week. I don't know if he played tonight, but if we have the highlights.
Let's go to the highlights. Let's take you down to the MEC, Temecula. That's Rancho Christian quarterback Emiliano Villarreal. You remember that guy from the previous week, right? Cameron Jones, the big-time receiver.
He is a pro. I'm telling you right now, he is a pro.
So Rancho Christian and Hillcrest going head-to-head. Good job there of bottling up Cameron Jones, the big-time receiver for Rancho Christian. And then it's going to be Hillcrest on the move. The completed pass there. And then to the outside, that's Juju, right? That's Julian Sandoval.
Yes.
So no points there. Rancho Christian back on the attack via Real. Going to his main man, his top target, Cameron Jones on the completion. And then Villarreal, the deep ball. Jones all alone behind the defense and goes in for the touchdown. Rancho Christian really looking like Michigan in this game.
Well, he had 276 yards last week on 18 catches.
All right, that was another Julian Sandoval catch. And then a big run up the middle by Rancho Christian as they're going to the ground. And Villarreal tucks it down, calls his own number, goes up the middle, tries to bounce to the outside. They're going to trip him up inside the 15. Same drive. And Villarreal goes to the corner of the end zone. And Jeff, guess who?
No.
Cameron Jones.
Woo! I'm telling you, he is a pro. There's very few guys you watch in a high school game and you go, you've seen a few, we've talked about it. He is one of those guys I think that could take it to the next level.
And there he was again with another catch from Villarreal. They were leading 12-zip, and then, gosh, it is really all Villarreal to Jones. I think the whole stadium knew that he was going to Jones. That was another touchdown for Rancho Christian as they built a 20-0 lead. Hillcrest trying to come back. Touchdown there for the Trojans. Jeff, do you know number 15 by chance?
Not at all.
All right. Touchdown there for Hillcrest. And then it looks like an interception there by Hillcrest. Rancho Christian again with the ball. Villarreal. Oh, jumping the route. The pick six. Back the other way. Could that be Louis Fajardo? I don't know.
Nope.
I'm just throwing names out there.
That's not Fajardo. Fajardo would be about that guy's waist.
Pick six for Hillcrest. They did make things interesting at the end, but as you can see in the highlights, Jeff, the Villarreal to Cameron Jones matchup it's tough for anybody. It's a nightmare.
Well, when you're 6'5", 230 pounds, and you're men amongst boys. I mean, he has great hands. He's got great skills. He's got a great runs his routes correctly. He's just one of those phenomenal athletes. It's like saying, hey, LeBron James is playing high school basketball again. He is that darn good.
Yeah, he's a tough matchup. We saw him, against Arlington, right?
Yes.
The previous week, yeah, on Riverside TV.
I think 257 yards on 18 catches.
All right, so let's keep it in the Fun Belt. Hemet won tonight, so Hemet versus Rancho Christian is it's going to be the outright league title
for the
next
outright
week.
World Championship.
The World Championship, but there's still a lot to play for. You know, the second place, third place, fourth place, because that fourth place team will probably get into the playoffs without knowing for sure.
It really is. It's a great league right now. It's one of I think the best league, competitive league out there right now.
All right, so with that said, a very important game between Riverside Poly and Valley View. Valley View can control their own destiny. They can get into the playoffs and punch their ticket to the postseason, but they had to get past the Poly Bears first. Let's go to those highlights and take you out to the red field out there at Valley View High School in Moreno Valley. Victor Aguilar takes it in for a touchdown there for the Poly Bears. That ties the game at 7 apiece. And the Bears would actually take the lead on the road against Valley View on this rushing touchdown to the outside. Number 22 for the Bears, by chance? No? All right, touchdown, Riverside Poly. They took the 14-7 lead. Poly in the red zone, trying to come away with more points in the second quarter, but Valley View's Chris Ransom comes up with a huge interception right there at the goal line. Later, Poly, though, with the game tied at 14, Aguilar is going to squirt inside for the touchdown to give them the 21-14 lead. But Valley View answers back. Jesse Vega, one of the top QBs in the area, launches that touchdown pass, ties the game at 21, and then Vega to Kyle Winston on this touchdown, and it's going to be 28-21. Valley View takes the lead. Later, tied at 28, Valley View takes the lead again, 35-28. There's about 2 minutes left in the game after that touchdown. Poly would get the ball back, but they would come up empty on their final drive. And that would be it. 35-28 is your final score as Valley View is now 2-2 in the Sun Belt. Poly drops to 1-3. So if you are a Bears fan, the Bears need some help right now if they're going to get back to the postseason. I mean, they went all the way to the finals last year.
Well, remember, they were 1-6 last year. They started off the season 1-6. They ended up going to the CIF championship playing against Ramona. They started off 1-6 this year, and I thought, they might turn the corner. They've got some great athletes. Coach does a great job over there. But the Bears are just right now in that situation where they're in a tough league, and they're playing against a great Valley View team who we talked about going into the regular season, how good they have shown.
Yeah.
And they're right back in the mix as well.
Yeah, depending on what happens in Week 10, Poly and Arlington might be the two teams not making the playoffs out of the Sun Belt, because Valley View and looks like Hillcrest, might sneak in there as well. So we'll see a lot to play for coming up in this final week. After the game, our guy Elijah Green caught up with the head coach for Valley View, Eric Martinez, to talk about the win against the Poly Bears.
Here with the head coach of the Valley View Eagles, Coach Eric Martinez. Very competitive game. You guys were able to seal the deal. What do you think was the key to getting this victory, and how do you feel going into the final league game next week?
I think, we finally finished playing 4 quarters. I think, they could have, we've had some things don't go our way, but, usually it's like a domino effect and it just keeps going. But they fought through our mistakes, and they came back on top and they finished the game.
Anybody that you feel like stood out today in tonight's performance?
Jesse and Alex Ramirez, our receiver. Jesse, Tion returning that kick would really change the tone right away, because they scored and we scored right back with a kickoff return. And I think it was an all-around good team effort.
All right. Thank you, Coach. Good luck next week.
Thank you.
All right, so big win for Valley View, and nobody covers the Fun Belt like the Friday Night Pep Rally on Riverside TV, because we got all 3 games on here tonight, Jeff.
I have had so much fun watching this conference from start to finish. I mean, I think Arlington is better than they've been in the last couple of years. But man, what a tough league from top to bottom.
Yeah, if Arlington was back in the River Valley League, they'd probably be battling Patriot
Yes,
for the
they
third
would. Yes, they
spot
would.
in the RVL this season. But in the Sun Belt League, spoiler alert, I can tell you right now, Ramona and Hemet, your first place team in the Sun Belt League right now, are both undefeated on the season, now 9-0. We've got Ram highlights coming up a little bit later in the show, but we're going to keep that Sun Belt League theme right now. So undefeated Hemet taking on Arlington. Let's go to those highlights. And the Bulldogs just keep on bulldogging everybody, man. It's Draven Lopez, star QB for the Bulldogs. It's Quentin Skinner, who's also a basketball stud, 14 zip after that TD for Hemet. Then it's going to be Lopez to Kiesel Pitchford, 21 zip Hemet. They've been doing it on offense. They've been doing it defense, ground attack, through the air. They do it all. Lopez to Pitchford again. Pitchford making moves, and they're not going to get him this time. Pitchford goes in for the score. At this point, it's 28 zip. Hemet on top of Arlington. Arlington trying to battle back. There's only one way to battle back. Jeff, it's your guy.
Luscious Lincoln Liggins.
Yes, Daniel Gonzalez to Liggins for the score. The Lions are on the board. It was 28-7. Can Hemet get more? Lopez running for his life. He's going to heave the pass downfield, but that Arlington secondary comes up with a big interception. Dylan Quinones, as they turn away the Bulldogs on that drive. Very next play, Arlington with the football. Daniel Gonzalez, he's picked off by Tyler Trout. No relation to,
Mike.
well, maybe, I don't know. Maybe he is. I don't think. Tyler Trout, the interception for the Hemet Bulldogs. And that's going to lead to this, a 40-yard field goal. Jeff says there's not enough field goals on the show.
No, show more legs. Kicking the football. I love it. Hemet, 48-7?
48-7, Jeff. So Hemet
Wow.
now 9-0. Ramona's 9-0. As far as I know, in the Inland Empire, I think they're the only 2 undefeated teams out there running around.
No, you're wrong.
Who?
CSDR.
Oh, CSDR,
How
you're
dare
right.
you?
Jeff,
How
you called
dare
me out on it.
Don't you ever leave out the Cubs.
And-
Ever. Pep.
Here's the
My
good
team.
Here's the good news.
What?
CSDR highlights are coming up, Jeff.
Yeah. Let's see if they won
Shortly.
again.
Not yet. Hold on. Not yet.
Their win streak is like 900 in a row.
It's a lot. In
That's a
our
whole
Boost
bunch.
top 1,
The
they're still
Boost-
number 1.
Are they still number 1 in the Boost top 1?
Still number 1. Yes. All right, so that's the Sun Belt. We're going to keep it in the Raincross Conference right now. We're going to go to the Ivy League and JW North with the tough task of going on the road to take on defending champion and heavy favorite Orange Vista. The video from our good friends over at Team Vision TV 16. What is up, Johnny? Let's go to the highlights. Opening kickoff. This is not how you want to start a game, I don't think.
No.
Orange Vista, Deontay West, Agent Zero, big return, and they're not gonna get him. Touchdown, Orange Vista. Then it's gonna be Khalil Abdul Aziz to Dylan Butcher for another touchdown. The Orange Vista defense also flying around. Long night for JW North. They did have some moments here in this game. Quarterback Anthony Zavala. He's been on the Friday Night Pep Rally quite a bit. He's made some big plays for North this season. Big run there by Zavala. But North would have to punt, and oh man, over the punter's head. Took a couple more steps back towards the end zone. Technically, it was not a safety. He was down. But it set up Orange Vista in great field position. Jordan Canada goes in for the score for Orange Vista. Then more. Abdul Aziz finds Tristan Cooper. Big pickup here for the Coyotes. They were on the move. And then this time it's going to be Abdul Aziz to Cooper. And whoop,
Not going to get him.
not going to get him. All the way in for another Orange Vista touchdown. We've got a couple more plays here. JW North playing some good defense. Zach Perez. Big hit there for JW North. But one more Orange Vista score. Damian Bias in for the touchdown. Orange Vista. As Orange Vista goes on to win by a final of 41-0. And Jeff, we don't have Rancho Verde highlights, but we've got the showdown now that we've all wanted. We got it last year. We got it again. Orange Vista versus Rancho Verde for the Ivy League Championship, straight up, just like Hemet and Rancho Christian.
It's like a civil war between brothers.
It is. We got the Zomalts going
Yes.
head-to-head again, and a fun rivalry game. Plus, it's brothers against one another, so it's fun. All right, let's go from the Raincross Conference to the Big West Conference. And Jeff, I would never kiss and tell. I'd never reveal my sources out there.
You never kiss and tell?
Never.
Okay.
But early this morning.
So you were kissing and telling right now.
Well, I'm not gonna name names, but very early this morning, I got a message.
Name names.
And all it was the bear emoji, and I knew exactly what that meant. And I said, "Oh snap! Tonight?" They said yes. So Bear Bachmeyer made his season. He's back. He's back for Murrieta Valley, and it was a shootout against Vista Murrieta, and I guess they probably needed him in this one because it went all the way down to the wire. You might want to sit down for this because you
Komodo
are.
Dragon Bachmeyer making a comeback.
Let's get to the highlights. The Murrieta Valley taking on the other Vista Murrieta. And it's going to be fast and furious, so just keep up here.
They couldn't even catch up with the camera.
I know, those automated cameras. Don't get me started on those, Jeff. Dorian Hose, the touchdown run for Murrieta Valley to spot the Nighthawks the early lead. In fact, they went up by a couple touchdowns on Vista Murrieta. This time, it's old Bear Bachmeyer calling his own number. Looks better than ever. Scampers into the end zone for the touchdown. 14-0 Murrieta Valley. But we got Bear playing quarterback for Murrieta Valley, and we got Beaver playing quarterback for Vista Murrieta.
Beaver?
Bryson Beaver, the touchdown toss there. What kind of game is this, man? What's going on? Vista Murrieta, the touchdown. They actually took the lead, 21-17 in this game. Second quarter, Murrieta Valley takes the lead right back. It's going to be Bear Bachmeyer 2, Cam Connor for the score, and it's 23-21. Nighthawks in front, but don't get too comfortable because it was like a prize fight going back and forth. This time, Vista Murrieta, Beaver, another touchdown connection, 28-23. Vista Murrieta, third quarter. But later in the third, it's going to be Bear to Carell Thomas, and he's going to sprint through a couple defenders up the sideline and in for the score. And Murrieta Valley has the lead again, 36-35. And Murrieta Valley would get a little bit of separation. A couple touchdowns here would give Murrieta Valley a sizable lead. This time it's Bear going back to Connor for the touchdown. And we're going to follow up that highlight with another Dorian Hose touchdown run. So Murrieta Valley went up on Vista Murrieta by a score of 50-35 as we look at this Hose touchdown run. So let me do some math, Jeff. That's what? A 15-point lead for the Nighthawks in the fourth quarter. But Vista Murrieta would hang tough. Fourth quarter, barely a minute to play in this game. Vista Murrieta has the football, and it's going to be Bryson Beaver to the rescue again. Another touchdown pass. That makes it 57-49 with, I think it was 1:05 to play.
So it's over, right?
Well, you would think, right?
You would think.
Because Vista Murrieta, they got to go for the onside kick, and they got to get it to have any chance, right? So they go for the onside kick. And they get it. The Broncos recover the onside kick. They get the football back. But, I mean, just because they got the football back, I mean, they still have to score a touchdown.
They don't score, do they?
Beaver just heaves it up towards the end zone. Really, it's anyone's play. And the Broncos come down with the touchdown. So 57-55, Murrieta Valley has the lead, but Vista Murrieta going for the two-point conversion and the tie with 3 seconds. It's no good. Murrieta Valley in the return of Bear Bachmeyer. They hold on in a wild one. 57-55, the final. What a game. What a win for the Nighthawks.
It's like an RCC score.
Woo,
right there.
I'm out of breath just doing
Wait a
that.
sec. So Bear is back, is what you're saying.
Bear's back.
What you're telling me is Bear is back.
Yes, he is.
And then you have the Beaver, right?
Bear versus Beaver
the
tonight.
Beaver is like 12 years old. Isn't he like a young quarterback?
He is.
He's a young
sophomore,
guy.
junior.
He's a young dude. We're going to have another year of Beaver.
Yeah, because Bear's a senior, so we're going to lose Bear. too bad. All right.
I'm going to miss Bear.
So that was the Big West upper, and we'll get to the scores in a moment. But Centennial wins. Centennial's gonna
They won? Who did
they're
they
gonna
play?
win the league champ. They played Norco tonight. So
That used to be a big game.
it used to be, yeah. It still is, I guess, right? But
Not when you're
Centennial's
Centennial. They're really good.
mighty Centennial. All right, let's wrap up this segment of highlights with the big one in the Skyline League. It was for first place. Colton 3-0, Carter 3-0. Going into this game, we pick up the highlights tied at 14 in the second quarter. Carter with the football. Jordan McKinney coming up with a big run for the Lions. Carter on the move, trying to come away with some points before halftime. Quarterback Ryder Carson to Joey Martinez on the pickup here. And then it's going to be McKinney coming up with another big run for Carter. They were in the red zone, looking for points, trying to get the lead at halftime, but Calvin Leon, the interception for the Yellow Jackets. Jeff, this game was in Hub City.
Hub City.
Colton High School. Big interception there for Leon. So we go into halftime, still tied, 14-14. So how do you open the second half?
With good helmets.
I know,
see.
they're probably my favorite
Yeah,
helmets. I
that's my
can't play
favorite,
favorites,
yes.
but they're probably my favorite
That's a good
helmets. Carter going with the onside kick to open up the second half in the third quarter. They would not get it. Colton recovers. Good field position around midfield. It's Koa Regalado, who's one of the top QBs in the area. He's only a sophomore. He finds Ethan Moreno. Later on that drive, it's Regalado to Julian Gonzalez for the touchdown. Colton takes the lead 21-14. But this game was far from over. The final score on this one would be the Yellow Jackets dropping 49 on the Carter Lions. 49-41 was the final score that we got tonight. So congratulations to Colton.
Look, the kid's wearing one of those football helmets. I mean,
Oh yeah, the protective cover.
Yeah, it looks like a light bulb. I love
Yes.
it.
You saw a couple tonight, didn't you?
Yes, and I would suggest every young kid wear those things on your head. That's my safety tip.
It might look a little different, but it's worth it,
You
right?
get used to it. You look, like you said, it looks like a big light bulb, and then everybody knows who you are. I mean, I'd wear it. I'd say, hey, look at that big guy. Remember the guy who used to play for what was it, Buffalo? He used to have the big old helmet.
Oh, was it Steve Tasker?
I don't think it was. Yeah, maybe he would have like a giant.
Or Kelso?
It started with a K. I remember that. And he
Kelso?
had a giant, like a big light bulb head.
I'm gonna Google
We'll
that during the
figure that
break.
one out during the break,
Was
but
it
yes.
Kelso? I don't know. I think he was a special
Come on,
teams
I know
guy.
somebody knows back there.
All
Nobody?
right, they're on it. We got a lot of
Okay,
smart
whatever.
people back there
We got a lot
on it
of
right
dummies
now.
back there working.
All right, let's go to the scoreboard right now. That was a big first segment. Let's go to the scoreboard. We'll start in the Big West Upper. Norco and Centennial tonight.
Go.
Huskies 60-21, so they're 7-2 overall, 4-0 in league play. Norco at 1-3. They're probably going to be finishing in 5th place and not going to the postseason because if you don't get the automatic spot, you got to be over 500 to get in.
And they played such a tough schedule. They
All right.
really did.
So Centennial wins, Marietta Valley wins, Chaparral tossing the shutout against Roosevelt 49-zip. Chaparral is safe. They're going to get into the playoffs. They're at 3-1 now, so the Pumas are looking good.
Did you see Justin Dedich is starting for the Rams?
I know, I saw that.
Wasn't he a center at USC? And
He was a
moved to
center,
guard?
yeah, Chaparral to USC to the Rams. Congratulations. He did the Inland Sports Show
Yes, he did.
multiple times.
I stood next to him.
Yeah, he's a good dude. All right, Big West Lower, Great Oak and Temecula Valley. Great Oak wins 28-22. That was a very big win. King falls to Marietta Mesa 28-13, so we told you the Rams control their own destiny. King's at 2-2, Great Oak's at 3-1, so Great Oak and King could technically tie for second place. And Santiago 56-15 over Corona. A lot of build-up for that one.
Well, that was a big build-up. We had no highlights. It was just.
Just a lot of Santiago. To the Ivy League in the Rain Cross Conference. Rancho Verde over Liberty, 24-16. So Rancho Verde's 4-0. Orange Vista is also 4-0. That's going to be a good one there. So big win for the Mustangs. Paloma Valley and Vista del Lago. All Ravens in this one, 45-7. So VDL will be your third place team from out of the Ivy League. Rancho Verde and Orange Vista will go head-to-head for the league championship. Orange Vista, as we told you, big win against North tonight, 41-zip the final of that one. To the Sun Belt League, I think we already did all these scores, but we can run through them again real quick. Rancho Christian over Hillcrest, 30-21. Hemet over Arlington, 48-7. So now Hemet versus Rancho Christian, the true league championship game next week. And Valley View, an important win against Riverside Poly, 35-28 the final there. To the Inland Valley League, as we stay in the Rain Cross Conference. Oh, no, to CBL. CBL. We're going to get to Inland Valley League a little bit later. CBL, Cajon over Citrus Valley, 44-13. Are you throwing a C up at me? You got Cajon. Kono's a Cajon guy.
Is
so,
he?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Beaumont over Rev 56-8. Beaumont's going to win that league title. Cajon will probably be your second place team. And one more. Let's see. Redlands and Yucaipa. 38-20. Yucaipa wins. Yucaipa's going to be the fourth place team in the CBL, but they will have a winning record. They're going to play Cajon next week, and let's assume for the sake of our conversation, Cajon wins. They should still get into the playoffs. Yucaipa.
At large.
We'll see. Do we have one more? Do we have Tahquitz and Elsinore?
We do.
That's a big win.
Wow.
You know, Elsinore's taken their lumps this season, but that was a big win against Tahquitz. 37-33 for the Tigers. And San Jacinto was playing in West Valley, and that game was postponed. And Jeff, honestly, I don't know all the details, but Coach Galliano said there was an incident out in the San Jacinto community, and they decided to postpone the game. So that's all I know. I don't know anything beyond that. So they did not play.
Maybe they'll play at like 10 o'clock in the morning on
Tomorrow?
Saturday. That'd be cool.
You could go there before you go to RCC.
I could.
It's perfect, right by your house.
You know, I could, but I'll be sleeping.
Well, it'll give you a reason to get up.
Yeah, I'll get up. I'll get some coffee, drive down and see old Galliano and there's winery.
The Jack.
At the Jack.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, let's take a break. That was a pretty meaty first segment here. When we come back, we're gonna hit the River Valley League really hard. Ramona, Novi versus La Sierra. We also have highlights of Heritage Citrus Hill, Fontana, and CSDR highlights coming up, the Cubs. We'll be right back on the Friday Night Pep Rally on Riverside TV.
The City of Riverside Public Works Department wants you to know how holidays affect your trash service. Trash pickup will not be available during major holidays and collection times will be adjusted in response. Residents with city trash service will see the following adjustments. For Monday holidays, your Monday collection will happen on Tuesday and Tuesday collections will occur on Wednesdays. For Thursday holidays, Thursday service will occur on Friday and Friday service on Saturday. For Friday holidays, your Friday service will occur on Saturday. Residents served by outside vendors will experience a one-day delay of service for each day after any holiday taking place Monday through Friday. And for more information about trash services, recycling, or bulky items, visit the Public Works website at riversideca.gov/publicworks.
I heard all that, Jason. Jason's our director. He's the best in the business. And I heard everything you just said. So you're right. I thought we had a lot of smart people on the other side of the glass.
You were wrong.
We were wrong. So I actually got it right. It was Mark Kelso of the Buffalo Bills who had the larger helmet. Jeff Googled it, and I was correct.
Light bulb head.
Yeah.
Light bulb head, Mark Kelso.
No, this was back what, the late 80s, 90s,
85.
Yeah, so I remember that large helmet, but
his brain is still intact.
yeah, I mean, it's worth it. There's a lot of players out there, like you saw. I saw some tonight. You saw some tonight with that extra layer of protection. Yeah,
I love it. Big helmets keep kids alive.
All right, let's go to the River Valley League. Ramona keeps on winning, and Jen Mashinsky texted, what was it?
She said that you were cool.
Well, she said that, but 15 wins in a row for Ramona,
I
right?
sent that to her.
You told her and she told me?
Yes, I also had to tell her and her husband that when he got his 100th win, he had no idea.
He didn't know?
No. Those Mashinskis, they're too busy. They're always on their boat, hanging out in the ocean
with Rich Jeff.
Remember hanging out with they passed me by on their dinghy, and I'm in my yacht. So I see them. I go, oh, look, there they are.
Look down.
There's the Mashinskis down there hanging out. But 15 in a row for my Ramona Rams.
All right, let's go to the highlights. Ramona taking on Rubidoux. Get to the highlights here. No score when Sincere Tolbert is going to find his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ram High, 6-0 at that point. Still in the first quarter, it's going to be Tolbert again, right up the middle, making guys miss. Somehow, little weaving and bobbing through traffic, gets in for the score, 13-0 Ram High. And then it's going to be a scramble here for the ball.
What is that?
Did it hit somebody?
I don't know what it's doing.
What is going on? I think it touched somebody. Somebody
I don't know.
recovered.
That just looked horrible.
It's-
That's
well-
even worse right there. That's horrible too. Let's make something out of something.
Cody Shiner takes a broken play, and are they going to get him? I don't think they're going to get him. They're not going to get him.
No.
Cody Shiner.
Not going to get him.
Is that 90 yards?
Wait, that was a muffed play, and he just ran
Broken
around like
play,
forever?
man. There is no broken play when you got Cody Shiner. All right. And then, we got a Rubidoux highlight. Rubidoux has entered the chat. Is that my guy Elijah Cruz?
Yep. I don't know.
No, I don't think it is, actually. Rubidoux with the touch. No, was that called back?
It might have been.
It must
oh,
have been.
No,
Oh, no.
he magically appeared.
I was like, oh, wait, did we get that wrong?
So getting the Shiner on the Inland Sports Show this week.
Yeah.
How was he?
He was great.
He was?
Yeah.
His brother's better.
Yeah. Well, which one? He's got one.
His twin brother.
I know he's got a twin on the team now, but he said he had an older brother who played for Ramona, and they went 9-1.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because his brother's the long snapper, his twin brother, and his brother's left-handed.
Oh, so that's instantly better, right?
Yeah, so he's right. Cody's right-handed, and his brother's left-handed.
All right, more River Valley League action. Wait, you don't have Norte Vista versus La Sierra, do you, over there?
Nope, I sure don't.
Let's go to the video anyways. Novi taking on La Sierra.
I work here, I see, but I don't. I see. All right, that's a
Rivalry game. Number 80, is that King Butler back?
Yes, it's King.
Yeah, Butler goes in for the touchdown there, the pick 6 for Norte Vista. La Sierra, touchdown Eagles.
And they were up 7-6.
Yes, and then it's going to be Bolander getting hit as he throws, but Jaden Henderson makes the catch, gets inside the pylon for a Novi touchdown. Bolander calls his own name. Nobody touches him as he trots into the end zone for another Braves touchdown. Bolander, it's weird to see Novi throwing in the highlights, but that's exactly what's going on. Is that Butler again?
Yes, but it's all AI. It's not real.
It's all AI. I ran it through Chat GPT, and this is what it gave me.
Look at Bolander.
Deep ball, and he's got Butler again. Man, this Novi team, it's fun, but it's just different to see them throwing it so much. Another touchdown for the Braves here in the fourth quarter.
That's a little freshman guy.
Jordan White?
Yes, Jordan White.
Is it?
Look at you.
I know my Novi
I
Braves.
don't remember so many names.
I don't know. Mark Kelso.
Mark Kelso. Look at that. There's the Ken trophy.
Yeah.
Oh, the Battle of the Kens.
So it's going to live here? I thought Mashinsky got to take it.
I'm not giving it to Mashinsky. It's very fragile. I don't want it to get ruined. That's a major award, as they said in with A Christmas Story.
Major.
It's a major award over there in my shoulder.
No,
it's never leaving me until when I die. I'm going to be buried with that thing. the Battle of the Kens trophy. Look, it's a naked Ken. I don't know if he's naked. He's kind of got like.
No, he's got like.
He's got like some small shorts. But man, he's physically. Look at Ken. Beautiful. Good job. Good job there, guys. Good job.
Good job. Oh, man.
They're saying nice things on the teleprompter there for me.
Yeah.
Hey, back at you guys.
Yeah.
Back at you.
All right. Heritage versus Citrus Hill. What are we in now? We're back in the Rain Cross. We're going to the Inland Valley League. Let's just go right to the highlights. Citrus Hill taking on Heritage. Heritage trying to get to the playoffs. Citrus Hill has an uphill battle, but they needed a win in this one. This was on Teen Vision, TV 16. Touchdown there for Citrus Hill. Heritage now with the football and scrambling to his right, gets in for a Heritage touchdown. There was not a lot of scoring in this one. Then Heritage again. This is going to put them up, I think it was 12-6 at this point. So again, low scoring. Citrus Hill trying to defend the end zone. They do. So it's still a 12-6 game. And then a massive hit, but a penalty, I think, was on that play as well. Yeah, there was the flag at the end of this one. So the drive lives on for Citrus Hill late in the fourth quarter. 4th and long, tipped around, and an amazing catch by Citrus Hill. But they could not finish the drive with any points. As tonight on Team Vision, Heritage wins 12-6 in a real slobber knocker.
No, that sounds like a horrible game.
No, it was not.
A real slobber knocker.
A real slobber knocker.
Yeah, that's not really cool.
All right, now, Jeff, the moment of truth.
What is the moment of truth, Pep? What time is it? I haven't even looked at my phone.
We've got.
Oh, we got a lot more time. Let's get this thing
What
over
time?
with.
What time is it? 11. Oh, we're doing good. We're doing
Are we
good.
getting ahead of schedule?
We're doing really good. All right.
Good. Let's do it.
CSDR.
Yeah!
Taking on United Christian Academy from Upland. Let's go to the highlights out there at CSDR win Cubs.
That's Gio Visco right there.
Dude, you know your Cubs like I know my Braves.
I have trading cards of all the Cubs.
Visco to Matt Silve. A little trick play there. Visco's not normally the quarterback. It's our guy, Caden Adams. Speaking of Caden Adams, hits his guy, Silve in the flat. I don't think Silve. I saw the Cubs last week.
I think Silve is a new acquisition.
Is he? Or maybe he was out last week, or maybe.
Is that hair sticking out the back?
I think it's a neck roll thing or whatever, like old school.
Neck rolls
Silve the touchdown, 12-zip, and then it's Darius Zaremka to Isaiah Baxter Davis. All these trickery plays here, 8-0, and then on the 2-point conversion, Adams to Baxter Davis, 20-zip Cubs. Man, they can pile up the points very quickly. Gio Visco, Ironman football, both sides. And this time he's got the interception while playing defense, picks off Nolan Campos of United Christian, and it's going to be Caden Adams to Gio Visco, man. He was all over the place. 26-0. How about a 2-point conversion just for fun? Caden Adams to Isaiah Baxter Davis. He's got more names than they had on the points on the 2-point conversion.
I have a perfect Isaiah Baxter Davis football card, and I'm going to have him sign it.
60-8.
Man, that's
CSDR.
Oh, that's a paltry score.
Yeah.
That's not
Off
their
night
normal.
for the Cubs.
Off for the Cubs.
Off night.
I love them.
All right, we've got one more game to get to. As we're trying to break down a lot of the local leagues, you know who's going to be the league champion? Is there a chance for co-champions, all that stuff? Okay, so in the Skyline League a little bit earlier, we saw Carter and Colton. Colton won a shootout, so the Yellow Jackets are now the team to beat.
Best
They
helmets.
can win out.
Best helmets.
Could be the best helmets in the game for
I want
sure. All right, but in the Skyline League, it's very interesting who's going to get that third place in that automatic spot. Bloomington, Fontana, Arroyo Valley. Let's go to the highlights because Faux High played Arroyo Valley straight up, and this was a very important game in the Skyline League standings. That is the Macho Man, Ruben Camacho, hooking up with Winston Velasquez.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. On the touchdown there. And then, it's going to be Winston again. 14-zip Fontana as the duo of Camacho and Winston go back to back. And how about an interception? It's going to be Akari Augustine. The pick six takes it all the way back for the Steelers.
No one's going to catch him.
No one's going to get him.
Yeah, like a Slim Jim.
Faux High led 26-0 at halftime. How about one more Fontana touchdown? Camacho to Augustine on the score. And Faux High wins against Arroyo Valley. Oh, there's a flag at the end. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I
Hey,
just noticed it.
Fontana. Hey, after losing to Novi.
They battled Novi.
They battled
them. 40-6, big win for the Fontana Steelers. They're 5-4 overall, 2-2 in league, and in a good spot to make the playoffs. Jeff, our favorite guy, I know him as Jesus. The rest of the world knows him as Supernova. caught up with the head coach.
He did?
He caught up with the head coach of Fontana after the game. So let's check it out.
What did he say?
It was definitely a game that kind of refocuses us. I don't think it's a statement game yet. I think next week will be a statement game because that's going to get us in the playoffs. So we got to win this next week.
Speaking of playoffs, your team now moves to a firm position at 2-2 in the league play in Skyline Conference, currently holding on to that last spot into that final game on the road at Bloomington. Do you have any thoughts before you head into that game next week?
Yeah, Bloomington's a really good team. I think it's probably the best team that I've seen Bloomington have since I've been here. And we got to play a very disciplined game, and we got to have a great week of practice, and we got to get ready to play. For us, we've been in playoff mode. For us, this is a playoff game. Like from here on out, we got to win out if we want to win a ring. So next week is as big a game as any.
Thank you for your time, Coach, and certainly nice win going in for you and the whole Steelers staff. Complete team win, great offense from your quarterback and from your defense as well.
Thank you.
Back to you, Pep, in the studio.
There it is, head coach Eric Gonzalez of your Fohai Steelers and the one and only Supernova. He's a big gamer. What's it called? Is it esports, right? Is that what they call it? Esports?
You know what warms my cockles?
What?
Supernova always warms my cockles when he is doing his interviews. What a wonderful guy. Jesus, way to make your debut tonight on the what is the show called? Oh, the Friday Night Pep Rally. Pep's over there laughing. I knew it. I could get him to lose it. Keep talking, Pep. Keep talking.
We're almost done. We're almost done. Scores?
Do we have any?
We got some scores.
Scores always warms Pep's cockles.
41-7. Novi with the win against. What's that rivalry game called?
I don't know.
It's the Bell game is Lost Sierra and Hillcrest, right?
Sure. Maybe. I don't know.
Rubino and Ramona, Rams win again. It was 28-7, wasn't it? You guys are trying to trick me. Who's trying? Someone's trying to trick me back there.
28.
I complimented them how smart they were back there.
Can we change that score?
Can we do it on the fly?
Can we? Hey!
Like it changes the outcome. 28-7, Ram High, 15 wins in a row. Did you know that, Jeff?
I knew it. Yes. I did.
Patriot over Supa Dupa, Harupa Valley. 45-zip. So
you know what they said after
wait,
that
does
game?
Patriot play Novi next week?
Well, they already played.
Oh, wait, is it Patriot and Ramona next week?
Yes.
Oh, that could that be interesting?
Yes. But
All right,
you know what Harupa Valley said after that loss?
No. They said what?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah. They're Jaguars. They meow.
Oh. I had no idea where you. Did anybody know where he was going with that?
Everybody knew where
Anybody?
he was going.
Nobody knew.
The Jaguars.
All right, let's do this. Heritage over Citrus Hill, 12-6.
You see, it said right there, Pep.
It's in the prompter. Read the prompter, Pep.
It said meow right
I
there,
know.
Pep.
Read the prompter. Canyon Springs, 53-40. Jeff, this is important. Canyon Springs won 53-40, and Moreno Valley beat Lakeside, right? Let's go to the next score.
Yes.
49-28. So Moval versus Canyon Springs is another true league championship game in the Inland Valley League. So that'll be fun. Vikings and Cougars next week. Aquinas 46-7 against Capistrano Valley Christian, and Coach Agno at Aquinas said that is 40 straight league wins for the Falcons.
You want a medal? 40, that's like heritage.
Let's get to the important stuff.
All right,
ACA, the Mighty.
Do we have any highlights in your pictures?
I don't know. My wife was texting me,
Well,
but
do we have any video of it?
no,
Put your daughter on the show.
no, we don't tonight. 42-14. Just sleep easy tonight. The Eagles win big time. Linfield Christian over Whittier Christian, 49-6. Linfield Christian, probably they might win that league. They're 5-3 overall, 4-0 in league play. And Big Bear's also in the same league. It's a weird league. There's teams all from Temecula to Big Bear, like they're all over the place.
Isn't Maranatha out in like Los Angeles?
It's like Pasadena. It is a weird league.
Yeah, it's goofy, but Big Bear Bears won.
Yeah, Big Bear Bears, 55-27. Bloomington blanks Notre Dame, 49-zip. Carter and Colton, yeah, we saw the Yellow Jackets pick up that big win. Arroyo Valley, Fontana, Bohai with an important victory there in Skyline League play. Oh, Grand Terrace, maybe the shocker of the week, 29-21.
Shocker.
Grand Terrace 2-0 in league. And remember, there's only 4 teams in the San Andreas League, so it's a 3-week sprint to the league title. GT's 2-0. They'll play Rim of the World next week for the league title.
Yeah, and Chris Chaddock is probably depressed.
Well, if Rim beats Grand Terrace, it could be a 3-way tie for first place in the San Andreas League. Rim of the World over Rialto 41 days.
First, who is
I don't know. I'm not smart enough. We'll have to ask the smart guys behind.
Or a straight fist fight for between
for the
coaches.
title.
And I know Chaddock used to do that MMA stuff.
Yeah, Gerardo up there on the mountain though, he's tough too.
Does he have any MMA experience?
I don't know. He probably chops wood though.
Oh, yeah,
a
that's
lot
true. That's just man strength. That's
Let's see. Oh, let's go to the Sun Kiss. Jeff's just rambling. Eisenhower over Kaiser, 38-14. So, and Summit won, right? Summit beat Harupa Hills. Yeah. So Summit versus Eisenhower next week in another true league championship game. So actually, we've actually got a bunch of them. Like a true league championship game. I think we've got at least 4, right? Rancho Christian Hemet, Rancho Verde Orange Vista, Moval Canyon Springs. Okay. A.B. Miller over Indian Springs, 45-42. The Indian Springs AD texted me and said A.B. Miller kicked a game-winning field goal. So A.B. Miller is already your Mountain Valley League champion. Their regular season is done. They're 8-2.
What do you mean they're done?
They're done.
They've already played 10 games.
They've got a bye in the 10th week. They're done. They're done. That's it. They're done.
Finished.
But they're league champs.
Hey, look at that trophy.
That's mine. All right, we're going to take another quick break. What time is it? 11:50. We are good. We're going to take a very quick break. When we come back, we will preview the final week of the regular season, week number 10 here on the Friday Night Pep Rally on Riverside TV.
The City of Riverside Public Works Department provides high-quality trash and recycling services for our customers. Convenient curbside trash collection services promote a clean and healthy Riverside. To help us provide you with top-quality service, we ask you to follow a few key rules. When placing your trash containers for pickup, please observe the following. Place each container with at least 3 feet separation from each other and at least 6 feet from obstructions such as parked cars, fire hydrants, mailboxes, and trees. Your bin should be placed at the curb no later than 5:30 a.m. on your collection day with the arrow on the lid pointed toward the street to ensure your bins get emptied. If you are experiencing issues with your trash collection, or perhaps need a replacement for a damaged trash bin, please contact our customer service call center by using the 311 app or website, or by dialing 951-826-5311 to reach one of our customer service representatives. And for more information about trash services, recycling, or bulky items, visit the Public Works website at riversideca.gov/publicworks.
And we're back to wrap things up. I promise we will get you out of here by midnight, or before midnight. Is that okay with you, Jeff? You're already delirious, I can tell.
Well, you got 8 minutes. You better figure it out quickly.
All right, well, let's do this. Let's take a look at week number 10. It's the final week of the regular season. So next week, we'll crown league champions. We will also go and try to predict playoffs. Actually, I'll say you guys. You and probably Gazal and maybe Coach Rice. I don't know. I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna special assignment.
Oh yeah, next week. Oh, we have RCC tomorrow. We're supposed to tell us that right there in the prompter.
Yeah.
They're playing Southwestern. If you want to see a
it's gonna be the game of the week.
It's the TV game of the week. But next week, no Pep. It'll just be me. I thought about having other co-stars, but then I decided against it.
Just
me. All
you.
Jeff all the time. No, I'm excited. We're going to have a great show. Everybody tune in. There might be some hijinks. There'll be some dancers.
There might be.
There'll be a DJ here and lots of strobe lights.
Oh, the close-up. By popular demand.
Hey, Halloween's coming up. Hey, Halloween is next Thursday?
Yeah.
I might come in costume then next Friday.
Oh, you should. Here we go.
I love it.
All right, let's take. We're going to run through them real quickly.
Okay,
The
go through
games
these
next
games.
week, week number 10, final week of the regular season. Arlington versus Pauley. That'll be on Thursday night in Sun Belt League play. Valley View versus Hillcrest. Valley View's 2-2. Hillcrest is
juicy.
1-3. That is a very important game in terms of the final league standings there in the Sunkist. And Rancho Christian versus Hemet. That is your league championship game. The winner will be your outright league champion. And again, Hemet working on the perfect season. They are 9-0. Ivy League play, JW North will round out their season against Vista Del Lago. In the Ivy League, I just doing a couple extra games here. Orange Vista against Rancho Verde, true league championship game. Greg Zomal at Orange Vista, Eric Zomal at Rancho Verde. That one's going to be a lot of fun, as it always is. King versus Great Oak in the Big West Lower. That could be interesting because if King wins, they'll be 3-2 in league. Great Oak will be 3-2 in league. Temecula Valley, they might, I mean, it could be a mess. So keep an eye on the Big West Lower. Ramona versus Patriot next week. We'll see if Ramona.
That's a good one.
Yeah, we'll see if they can go 10-0 in the regular season. But Patriot is tough. Patriot, it will be a playoff team from out of the River Valley League. Norte Vista will finish up with Supa Dupa Harupa Valley as the Braves will try to lock up that second spot in the RVL. And we've got La Sierra closing out their season against Rubidoux. To the Skyline League, Notre Dame will close out their season against the first place team in the league, Colton. The Yellow Jackets now 8-1, 4-0 in league play. And finally, California School for the Deaf Riverside will look to stay perfect, undefeated, as they take on Entrepreneur.
You know who Entrepreneur is? There's just a bunch of guys that wear suits.
And invent things.
Yes, they're all smart guys that wear suits. It's like the
Not
Shark
good
Tank.
at football, but...
No, but they're like Shark Tank. They've got things going on.
All right, so again, tomorrow, is it 2 o'clock for RCC
2
football?
p.m.
That's
start.
a weird time. How did that happen?
All I know is it should have been a little earlier because I like to enjoy I have a slumber party of like a bunch of little kids coming over to my house tomorrow. And they're not even my own kids. No, my son has his first slumber party.
Soccer or Boy Scouts or what is
No,
it?
just his buddies at school. So yeah, I'm going to be playing darts. Not darts. What do you call it? Nerf guns. Nerf bats.
guns.
So hey, are we done?
We're done. So
Next
RCC
week?
tomorrow, 2 o'clock, live on Riverside TV. Next Friday night, it'll be the Friday night Jeff Rally on Riverside TV as Jeff will guide you through the final week of the regular season.
And I'll warm your cockles.
He will definitely do that with all the scores and highlights. What time is it? We did it. It's 11:56. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week on Riverside TV.